360 Strong Women. Today we're going to do a little yoga flow, some core work, and then a nice restorative shavasana. So go ahead and get your mats. Make sure you've got some blocks. Blocks don't make yoga easier for you. Blocks give you access for your body, for better alignment. So we want to use our tools. I've been doing yoga a long time, and I still use my blocks if I feel like I need access, especially for hips. So consider investing in some blocks. Also invest in a really good sticky yoga mat, one that is quality so you don't slide on it. It will last you a long time. Invest in that. If yoga is something that you want to continually learn and continually practice, you're going to want to invest in a good mat. I like jade yoga mats. I do a crisscross with my mats just for video's sake, but when I'm just flowing on my own, I just need one mat. I've had these mats for a very long time and they are still working great. I don't slide on them. Even when I'm hot and sweaty and dripping with sweat, I'm not sliding out on my mat. They're nice and sticky for me, so I've got good grip, and that's what we want. They don't slide all over the place. So consider investing in a good quality mat, and you're going to find one that works for you. I would say this is mid-price. There are more expensive ones, and there are less expensive ones. Find the one that works for you that's sticky enough so that when you're sweating, you're not sliding on your mat, because we want to keep you nice and safe. You could also have a little bit of a cheaper mat and get yoga gloves and yoga socks that have the grippies on them. That is an option. You could do that. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start integration. And what does that mean? We're going to start opening up the spine, getting into our breath work, and start warming up our body before we just jump into a flow. Now, I've already done a few workouts today, so I'm already warmed up, but I want to give you the opportunity to also warm up. So we're going to start in Balasana, child's pose. You're going to take your toes, touch them, big toes touch. Knees go wide on the mat. I'm going to sit back on my heels, and then I'm going to lengthen my body out. Now, if putting your legs in external rotation like this doesn't feel good and you want to start in embryo pose, you could do that. Bring your legs together, roll your shoulders back, drop your palms down, and then just hip hinge over. That could be a good starting spot. If you're in embryo pose, I would consider using a block so that you can put your forehead on it, and that will keep your neck in a neutral position so your neck just doesn't fall in. Be careful about that. That's, again, why we have blocks, to have access. But if you're okay with this, then go ahead and take your Balasana, your yummy child's pose. So my arms are going to be shoulder width. I'm going to slide them out, put my chest on the ground. Now, you could put a block under your chest. You could put a block under your forehead if you need that. And then as I begin my breath work, I want to start breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through my nose. I'm pushing the air out. Big inhale, big exhale. And then find your rhythm. What does it feel like to fill all of your lungs up with oxygen? And what does it feel like to empty out all of that oxygen out of your abdominals? Breathe it all the way out. And then use that rhythm. As I inhale, I want to start to lengthen my fingers forward, stretching out the shoulders. And as I exhale, I want to keep driving my hips towards my heels. Big inhalation, big exhalation. One more breath in, and exhale it away. Feel your rib cage open up. Access space. I'm going to keep my feet where they are and take my arms over to the side just to get a nice side body stretch. You're going to feel that stretch from up under your armpit, through your hip, maybe into your IT band. Again, continuing with the rhythm of your breath. Come back to center. Take a breath in and out. And then work over to the other side. Come back to center. As I exhale that away, I'm going to push up into my tabletop. So tabletop, hips and shoulders are in alignment, 2 fists between my knees, hip width, my elbow, my wrist, and my shoulder in a long alignment. But I have softness in this joint, not locking it out. Apple under the chin, looking to the end of my mat or straight ahead. I don't want to look up. I don't want to torque my neck. And then again, you can be in Pada Bandha, tops of the feet down. You can be in toe stand. You decide that. So nice cat-cow. I want to soften the belly. Inhale. Put flexion into my back. Pin my shoulder blades back. Exhale, round out the back and put extension into the spine. And then you're going to take 4 or 5 cat-cows to your breath work. One more. And then come back to a neutral back. At any time that you need a break, you can come back to your child's pose or do a downward facing dog and then just catch up with me. I'm going to bring my right hand forward, my shoulder and my ear are in alignment, and I'm turning my hand in. My opposite foot's going to come out for a nice bird dog. I'm going to lift up. Breathe through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Switch hands. Inhale, lengthen through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that breath in and out. Realign your body. I'm going to take my thumb to my temple, rotate my shoulders back, tap my elbow towards my other elbow. Inhale, and then exhale and twist that open, lift it up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Coming down, switching sides. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one, best one. Inhale, exhale. Come back. I'm going to come down onto my forearms, lengthen out my legs, and take this nice low plank. Breathe in and out. One more. And then drop down. Now, you may need to stretch your shoulders. Take a child's pose. I'm going to lift my arm up, slide it through, fall down onto my deltoid. Give it a nice stretch. Remember when we're in plank, we don't want to just hang out in our shoulders. Same with tabletop or any prone position. Want to be light and tight. I can feel my abs shaking. I'm going to take that nice stretch as we go through. Hop back up to your tabletop. Take a nice cat-cow. And then as you exhale, push into your downward facing dog. You may want to pedal out your dog. Still hip width. Lift your right leg up. Bend at the knee into your three-legged dog. Open up and work that ankle joint. Drop it down, lift the other leg up. Three-legged dog. Just opening and integration. You might want to circle that ankle joint, dorsiplantar flex. Then as I bring this down, I'm going to drop under my hips into my Uttanasana, my ragdoll. Go side to side. Let it hang out. I still have an apple under my chin. My head is still above my heart. Just stretching this low back. You may need to open up your feet and sit into your yogi squat. Lengthen up through your spine. You can put a block under your hips here. Just opening them up, getting ready for a little flow. I'm going to bring them back to center. Hang in my ragdoll. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Tadasana, rise up. Bring my hands to heart center. Take in a breath. Exhale it away. Here we go. Tadasana, Sun A. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take your right leg up. Bring it through. Warrior one. Stack your knee over your ankle. Hip hinge, humble warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana. On the right side, open up that hip. Bend your knee deep. Take a bind. Lift up. Warrior two. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Bend your knees. Step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, rise up. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot comes up. Warrior one, right side. Humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Open everything up. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the right. Bend your knee. Lift up. Prasarita. Lift it up. Fold forward. Open those legs. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Broken triangle. Folded standing straddle. Broken triangle. Standing straddle fold. Rise all the way up. Left foot comes to the back of the mat. Warrior one. Exhale, humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the left side. Bend deep. Take a bind. Open that up. Warrior two. Vinyasa through. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog here. Remember, you can take a child's pose or a down dog. Lift your left leg up. Bring it through. Warrior one, left side. Humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the left. Bend your knee deep. Warrior two. Prasarita. Fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Broken triangle. Prasarita, fold. Broken triangle. Prasarita. Halfway lift. Fold forward all the way up. A lot of core work doing that. Right side. Now, right side crescent lunge. So my toes are facing 12 o'clock. This one doesn't go on its knife edge. This still stacks over its ankle. Lift up. Side body lift up. Drop your back leg all the way down. Anjaneyasana. Stretch that hip flexor. Put both hands on the inside of your right foot. Tuck the toe, lift up. Lizard. Dragon. Lizard. Twist that up. Lift it open. Other side. Back leg down. Anjaneyasana. Low crescent lunge. Tuck the toe, lift up. High crescent lunge. Twist it open. Chaturanga down. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bring it through. Crescent lunge. Toes are facing the same. I did put this leg on a knife edge. Lift up. High crescent lunge. Drop your back leg down. Low crescent lunge. Stretch that hip flexor. Both hands come to the inside of your left foot. Tuck that toe, lift up. Lizard. Dragon. Lizard. Anjaneyasana. Crescent lunge. Twist it open. Other side. Crescent lunge. Vinyasa through. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal that out. High plank. Low plank. Child's pose. Stretch that out just a little bit. Take that nice cat-cow. Hero's pose. Take a breath in and out. Come to a seated position. Lay all the way down in a supine position. Roll your shoulders back. Hip width. Lift up. Bridge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet to Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Get ready, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet so that your hip flexors follows your knee, follows your ankle. Put your legs up into the air. Dorsiflex those toes. Tap up and down. Exhale, inhale. One more. Nice. Hands can come behind your head. A T. They can come underneath to protect your low back. Now, if you have low back issues, I want you to keep your legs high. If you have a neck issue, keep it on the ground. If you don't have either of those, we're hovering. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pfeiffer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pfeiffer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pfeiffer. 2, 3, 4. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pfeiffer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pfeiffer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pfeiffer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clams. Squeeze in. Lift out. 2. And roll that up. I'm going to hip hinge here. Take a big breath in. Exhale that away. Open up your legs and hinge forward. Let's begin to stretch a little bit more and then find our Shavasana. Opening up those legs, opening up that low back. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, big exhale. Come all the way up. Bring your legs out in front of you. You want to be on your sits bone. Softness in those knee joints, especially if you have tight hamstrings. You can put a block underneath. Lift up nice and tall. Hip hinge at your hip flexors. Roll those shoulders back. Apple under the chin. Big inhale. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Fold a little bit more. Squeeze your legs together. Big inhale. Big exhale. Get that nice yummy stretch. I did a lot of work today. Inhale. exhale. A little bit of flow. Flowed right through. A little bit of flow. A lot of core. Half butterfly. You know, I'm not going to leave you without doing that nice side body stretch because we did a lot of core work. We want to stretch open that core. Lift up. Tap over. And lift. So I'm not dumping. Lifting. Look up. Stretch. Lift. Feel that. And I'm not dumping into my hand. I'm lifting. And then I'm going to come to the other side. Remember them opening up those lat muscles, those big butterfly muscles. So I want to do this gently. Lift up, especially if you have upper back, obliques, your rib cage is tight, right? You want to open those up really nice and gentle. Go as slow as you need. Now, I flowed a little quicker today. If you weren't sure, because I didn't cue a lot for alignment today, because if you've been with me for a while, you've gone through all of that. If you're brand new to our channel, welcome. Hit our button, like, subscribe, and share, and go into the playlist. I've got a tutorial and have broken down all of these asanas, so you'll know what to do. I would suggest go into the mindful playlist and start with the tutorials and learn the poses, the asanas, and the alignment. I talk through, it's a lot slower, and then catch up with us and do this one. That's going to be better as far as, let me just open up my hips a little bit in my double pigeon. Remember that they may not lay down all the way. You may need a block. We don't want to disrupt this ankle joint. I want to keep my feet dorsiflexed to protect my knees, sitting up nice and tall. So go into those playlists and review alignment, review the tutorials. I've broken them down. And so you won't miss a thing. You won't miss a thing. It's a lot of work to learn. We want you to build healthy, correct alignment habits. So consider, if you're not sure, that doesn't feel right, can't get my body in that position, it doesn't look the same as how you look, right? Leave me a comment below and let me help you find alignment or help you find the right tutorial that you should be looking at. And if you want more tutorials on, can you slow that down and really go over X, Y, or Z? I'd be happy to do that for you. I want to make sure everybody is in alignment, working with really good form. And that's yoga, that's strength training, that's cardio. If you build bad habits, you have a higher risk for getting injured. So we want to make sure, we're going to stretch our hip flexor again because we worked a lot of those core today, and we did do Anjaneyasana, but I want to do more. I love this pose. Now, what I see a lot of is people just hanging out, right? Lift your body up so that your hip flexor gets a lot of stretch. Yes, stretch it. Allow the stretch, breathe in and out. Breathe through it. Send oxygen there. So you get a nice yummy stretch. And then hamstrings, right? Sit back. Get that opposite leg. Open this up. Then you could come into, right, a Prasarita Pottanasana, standing straddle fold. Open up those legs again if you need to. Just come to the other side. Low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Really stretch that hip flexor. So for those of you who have been with me for a while and you're enjoying the yoga, this one was really for you to just kind of flow through in a different format, just to make it different for you and add in a little extra yummy core for you, a little extra abdominals for you. But again, if you're not sure if I'm going too fast, don't worry. Just go into our mindful playlist after you've joined our tribe, and pick and choose like which tutorial you want to start with. My suggestion would be to start with integration and start with those and then work up to. Learn the warrior flow, learn the vinyasa flow, and then all of that. There's balance ones in there too. We didn't do a whole sequence. We mostly stayed in Sun A today with some core work. So if you're breaking it down, that's where you want to go. Child's pose, ragdoll, down dog, upward facing dog, high to low plank, right? That's chaturanga. Warrior 1, humble warrior, warrior 2, reverse warrior, extended side angle. A lot of people do that one wrong. Reverse trikonasana and trikonasana. I add that in that flow because it works the way your hips are meant to go, so it feels better. It's more proper alignment. I would say do some vinyasa, learn yin, because that's joint systems, and we need to keep our joint systems nice and healthy. What I would call plastic tissues, your ligaments, your tendons, can't be all about muscles, right? So vinyasa, it flows, it's powerful, you expend a lot of calories, you do burn a lot, it's like cardio flow, because you're up, you're down, you're right side, left side, your sagittal positions, you're in prone positions, you're in supine positions, you're working all the planes of motion, which I love. Yin is quiet, it's cool, what we call yin and yang. So the cool version of yoga is yin. What you don't do in yin is flow, right? You're not going from here to there to here to there. One breath in, take another pose. You're sitting, and it's hard to do. You get into your hips, really into your hips, and you're feeling it, and you're sitting quiet, still, 3 to 5 minutes. Yin is not easy. It's not easy for us to be still. We want to flow to the next thing. This is uncomfortable to sit for a long period of time in this position without having to fidget. So yin, it's a great practice. Yin, vinyasa, yin vin, mix the two together. Always do your yin first. Do your cool first, and then warm your body up. Why do I say that? I say that because if you're already warmed up in your vinyasa and then you decide to sit in your yin, your muscles are going to take over. They're warm, they're ready to go. And your ligaments and your tendons are not going to get the yummy stretch that they require. Your joint systems aren't going to get the deepening stretch, if you will, that they require. It's not as healthy because your muscles are warmed up and they're going to just take over. So yin, if you're adding yin, do just a yin practice, then do your vinyasa later. If you're doing yin vin, always do your cool segment first, and then do your hot segment, flow through, because muscles take over. We want to make sure your joint systems are getting the required stretch, your ligaments, your tendons, your cartilage, and those joint systems, wrist, flexors and extensors, wrists, elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. You want them to get the required benefits from yin. So consider doing both. And then you can do mashups. I've got mashups in there. I've got cardio, Tabatas with yoga. So there is yoga for everybody in our playlist. There's gentle, there's restorative. Now, restorative isn't just stretching hips. I would say consider that if you're just stretching hips, you're just doing a long body stretch. If you're doing restorative yoga, meaning you're bringing your whole body into parasympathetic nervous system, you're starting to restore muscles, ligaments, tendons, organs, brain health. You're giving that brain a nice power wash your body, a nice power wash, bringing hormones down, parasympathetic nervous system, calming. That looks different, and I do have some restorative yoga in our playlist. Come in your pajamas. Get a lot of pillows and bolsters and blankets. Turn off the lights. Put on some easeful music or nothing at all, quiet. Light a candle. Get some aromatherapy. Find that position. So you may do like a 60-minute restorative. So it might be 20 minutes and 3 poses. Different planes of motion. Use your blocks, your blankets. I'll help you through. Not just, I hear this all the time, Beth, I'm not doing anything. You may fall asleep. If you fall asleep, know that you're sleep deprived and that your body needs to restore. So that should be a cue to you that you need more restorative in your life. If you're not wanting to do it as part of your workout, do restorative at the end of your day before you're ready to call it a day and go to sleep. Relax everything and then go into some deep slumber, which we all need. We all need good quality sleep. Restorative is a good way to do it. It's gut health. It's heart health. It's pulmonary health. You're just breathing. It's really a lot of really good, yummy brain health. We want to restore our brain. I say it's like getting a power wash for your body. And you're finding maybe 3 positions and you're hanging out in them. Doesn't mean you have to stay perfectly still. Like, oh my gosh, when can I move? Like, that's not parasympathetic nervous system. That's not restorative. And for those of us, and I am one of those people who are busy all the time and need to go to the next thing and check it off and get it done and yada, yada, yada. I'm a vinyasa power yoga person. I love vinyasa power yoga. But what I have learned is yin was hard for me. Restorative was hard for me. Sitting still. I felt like I'm not doing anything, but I'm really doing a lot. And then I learned how to embrace the practice. And then I saw the benefits that came from those 2 practices. So if you're a power yoga person, keep doing it. Just don't do it all the time. Learn how to practice yin. Learn how to practice restorative yoga. And then learn how to do those yummy stretches. That's part of it. So I'm going to get off my yoga box now. But if you have questions about any of those types of yoga, put the comments below and ask me, and I'll be happy to do a coffee talk about it or slow it down and talk to you about the benefits and how you should be feeling, what it should look like when you're doing these practices, or just put in the playlist and enjoy the different types of yoga that are out there. Meditation, breathing exercises, learn how to manage stress levels with breath work. It really is a tool that everybody, little kids, teenagers, young adults, and I would say older adults really need it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget, hit our button, like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you for the next video. Bye.